Hello, hello, and welcome. We are 9 little Aussies living in the USA, building a home where we all belong. Where gardens are cultivated, real food is celebrated, agrarian living is reclaimed, where we choose to walk with wonder and faith, eyes wide open to the beauty of life. Where stories and rhyme are a tether that anchor our hearts to the ancient landmarks our fathers have left for our learning, and where all weary souls may find comfort and rest. It is a grand undertaking, perhaps, but a profoundly simple one. I invite you to join us as we reach for the stars with our feet firmly rooted in love and God's good earth. Nine Little Aussies is opening a new chapter, and I'm really excited to tell you about it. Some things are staying the same, some things are morphing just a little, but it is all good. So let's dive into it. Now, welcome back to our little piece of land here in East Texas. My name is Chrissy, and I'm really glad you're here. So I have shared with you from the beginning that one thing that is really important to me is just being really real about this journey, about life, and how we are trying to kind of weave homesteading into the edges of our life. We do lead a very normal, busy kind of life. My husband works off farm doing different things, and I homeschool our large family. We're in that straddle parenting stage now. So we have 3 that are almost out of the home. Well, they're still living here, which is awesome. I love that. But 4 that I'm still home educating at home, and we're juggling all the things, like a lot of you are, but also on a really low budget, a really tight budget. I have shared pretty openly how that our move here has been wonderful and exciting and an adventure, but really difficult financially. And so we have had to bootstrap everything. We have had to learn how to make the systems work on our homestead with next to no budget. So that focus on real life homesteading and how we have set up systems and rhythms on our farm that work with a real busy life on a tight budget, that is not going to change. It's really about having a little bit of a vision to broaden the community connections and to bring together all of the things. So we have this YouTube channel, 9 Little Aussies. 9 Little Aussies is on Instagram. We have a Facebook page for the home bakery, which I have started a year or so ago. And so that's Goodness Grains Home Bakery. I'm also going to be starting a Substack under the 9 Little Aussies name. And basically the hub for that is the website, which here now soon we will hopefully be tying all those things in together on thehopehomestead.com, which is my blog. Now, the other big thing that is changing is I have discovered, as I've started this micro bakery, and I've loved the community connection. I love baking bread. I love it. I love doing that for my family. But I think even more than baking for the community, I have discovered a real love for and a desire to be able to impart those skills to others. And I've also found a lot of people asking me for that. So I have just quietly, over the last few weeks, I have taught a couple of bread classes just to some friends. and there seems to be more interest in that. So I'm going to be opening up an opportunity for beginner bread making classes and also some beginner gardening classes. So that, if you have been here for a while, you know that gardening is probably my biggest passion here on the homestead, although it's hard to pick one because I love milking the cow, I love making bread, and I love our chickens. I don't know, I love all the things, but I really do. The garden is my happy place. And it is a wonderful gift to feel like you have the ability to nurture the earth and work with it to provide a bountiful harvest for your family. So I'm really keen to share that. So in some ways, nothing at all is really changing. We are still living here on our little piece of land. We are still milking the cow every morning and processing the milk. We are still tending the gardens and feeding the chooks and cooking from scratch all the meals for our family. Our goal is to create a rooted, grounded, hopeful, simple life on our piece of land here, and to share it with you and with anyone who is looking for that same thing, to be able to implement some of those things in their own life. We all have a different story. We all have circumstances that are slightly different. And some of us may not have the land. That's okay. A lot of these things that I am sharing and will be sharing can be put in place no matter where you are. Another part of this that has been sort of just tapping away at my heart in the background for a while is the Substack. I have the blog and I've written quite a bit on the blog over the years. That's the first thing I ever started, actually, many years ago back in Australia, when we were traveling around Queensland in our caravan after my husband's cancer battle. That's when I started the blog. Actually was in the middle of the very first article I wrote was in the middle of that, him fighting cancer and all the things, because I just needed an outlet and somewhere. Writing for me has always been therapeutic. It is the way I think best is when I write, and I love it. I love writing. I love reading. I love literature. I love stories. And so for me, that is probably, as far as content creation goes, that is definitely my first love. Something that is very, it's very close to my heart. The other things, like the YouTube channel, was not anything I would ever have considered doing. So it's been a really big area of growth for me to be able to sit in front of this camera and talk to you like this. Definitely does not come naturally to me. Over the last 12 months, I've been feeling a real pull back to writing more. I think that is going to be something that is a big part of the next chapter, and a way that I can go a lot deeper and share a lot more in the written form. So what you can expect moving forward from this channel is more realistic homesteading content, how to homestead when you are a busy family and all the things are going on and you're just trying to weave it into the edges of your life. Content around the rhythms and practical ways that we make that work for our family. More baking content, more home cooked meals, breads from scratch, and just how I feed our family nourishing whole foods, 3 meals a day, from scratch when we're really busy. And so just trying to be very practical about that and share the rhythms and the tips and the recipes and things that have helped me to be able to do that. And garden to table, that is a really big thing that I am trying very much to implement here. This year have been trying to be very much more intentional about what I'm growing and how much I'm growing, and making it much more practical to help with our budget, to help reduce the grocery budget. But another thing I am wanting to share with you is that, you know, we're not all there yet. We are not growing all of our own food, and that we still have to grocery shop. We still have to go outside the farm to find some of the things that we are not growing yet. So I'm going to share with you some of the ways in which I'm doing that and still able to shop for groceries in a way that is nourishing and budget friendly, and doing the best we can with the circumstances we are in, because we don't all live in a picture perfect world. We certainly don't, and I'm sure that others of you are in the same situation. So when I go to Sam's and do a big shop, what do I buy and how do I transfer that into nourishing home cooked meals? Our nearest Costco, I love shopping at Costco for things because they have a much wider range of organic and pasture raised, and, you know, things that are important to me when I'm looking for food. However, our nearest Costco is 99 miles away, so I am able sometimes to do a home delivery, like an online order for Costco, so I'll share that with you. So I'm just really trying to open the window a little bit into our home and how we are able to live a simple, rooted, hopeful homesteading life that is not perfect, but it is intentional and it is grounded and it's very much working. To be able to keep homesteading and pursuing this sort of lifestyle, even when your circumstances are not great, maybe finances are tough, maybe you have a really busy, hectic schedule, maybe you have a lot on your plate with caring for others, who knows, whatever it is, it's really important to know your why. Why are you doing this in the first place? My number one reason for homesteading may surprise you. Beyond good food, better health, family-centered living, building a legacy, teaching our children good character, all of those things are really important to me. But beyond all of that, I choose to homestead because to me it is restoring the natural order of things. It is the most humane, the most hopeful, the most peaceful way to live that I know of. And even if it was just me and myself and I would still want to choose this life. Sarah Clarkson, in her book that she wrote with her mother, Sally Clarkson, Life-Giving Home, describes this really well. In the beginning, God created, and every atom came from his imagination. I believe he made the world in such a way that to tend it, to touch it, would be to know his heart. We were given the uplifted arms of pines and the vibrancy of a summer garden, the laden arms of apple trees and the dark patience of mountains to keep us alive every day to all that God is and will continue to be. We were also meant for rootedness. God set Adam and Eve within a garden, their place on earth, as Wendell Berry puts it. But the purpose of this work was to form and root us just as much as the earth. To abandon a human identity as communal, relational keepers of the earth, and with it, creators of home, is to lose a core sense of the human self and the God who made us. Sarah Clarkson in Life-Giving Home. Okay, well, I am really excited to share all that with you in the coming weeks. Please let me know what interests you the most out of the things that I've mentioned and what you would like to see next. Is it more baking content, the home kitchen rhythms, gardening, or weaving it all together? Is it the shopping trips and how to make that work in a Whole Foods nourishing way? So let me know. Which one appeals to you most? I would love to know. Pop a comment down below and please join me for the journey ahead. I look forward to seeing you all and sharing it with you. Okay, sunshine and raindrops, friends. Until the next time.